for this program. I mean, I just saw the countdown clocks to this curtain. You just count down to 0. I've never been more accurate in my life. This show is much bigger than I just happen to be the one in front of the camera. There are a lot of people that are amazing behind the scenes. Thank you. All right. I've shown you now over the last few weeks how radicals, many of whom are in the administration or extremely close to the president, are not only attacking free speech, but they are looking to take it out of many areas and put new speech in, controlled speech. The question that remains is, why? Why would they do that? Underneath this curtain, it used to be a chart. When we first did it, we were going to reveal it one night, and it just didn't feel right, and so we didn't. And then we were going to have a guest on, and that didn't work out. He went into the hospital. We were going to have him on that day. I've decided to change it because I think I found an easier way to show it because it's very complex. There are a lot of people involved. Why? It answers the question, why are they doing this? Because they are trying, to quote the president, to fundamentally transform America. They don't like the current one. Look, we have problems, but 70% of Americans believe in the free market system. Is it perfect? No. There is corruption. There is greed there. Got it. But the government, big government, is not the answer. The government has been there the whole time. In many ways, they encouraged it or invented it. You believe in the power of the individual. You believe in the free market, not government. Is government better at setting prices and people's salaries? No. If you believe that no one is too big to fail, well, let me show you what company you're in with.
FCC Chairman Julius Genachowski is announcing a set of principles to preserve an open internet in which all Americans can participate and benefit. That's the role of government, to provide investment that spurs innovation and also to set up common sense ground rules to ensure that there's a level playing field for all comers who seek to contribute their innovations.
We know that the free market is nonsense. We kind of agree with Mao that political power comes largely from the barrel of a gun.
What we're really saying is that the fairness doctrine is not enough.
Very rarely did we communicate through the press anything that we didn't absolutely control.
Mao Zedong and Mother Teresa, not often coupled with each other, but the two people that I turn to most.
The rate of growth of material consumption is going to have to come down, and there's going to have to be a degree of redistribution.
In this way, Chavez created an incredible revolution in the revolution.
Unless we are conscious of the need to have more people of color, gays, other people in those positions, we will not change the problem.
Right now, we're saying we want to move from suicidal grade capitalism to some kind of eco-capitalism.
Give them the wealth! Give them the wealth!
Some of us who are not Barack Hussein Obama are going to have to start getting a little bit of it. How's that capitalism working for you? How's that capitalism working for you?
I think when you spread the wealth around, it's good for everybody. We need to level the playing field.
America, the free market is in more peril than perhaps it's ever been under. It is under siege by those who I believe are revolutionaries. I want to show you what revolutionaries look like. I want you to see the faces of a group of radicals who seek change. And not just changing to a new candidate or a new party, but to fundamentally change the country they were born in. Change the entire system. In normal times, people would be labeled dangerous, traitors, people who have dedicated their entire lives to an agenda, even willing to die for this change. People who would overthrow those who they once swore allegiance to. Let me show you a group of radicals. These are revolutionaries. They were revolutionaries. Right to bear arms, liberty, freedom of the press, self-determination, thrift. These guys were called traitors, dangerous, awful. This thought was unspeakable. This was all new thought. They were revolutionaries for freedom. They fought tyranny and gigantic government and oppression because they thought there's a better way. They were willing to sacrifice their lives, their fortunes, and their sacred honor. They overcame. They defeated the most powerful government on the face of the earth. But how did they do it? How did they do it? Did they do it in the classrooms through slow indoctrination? Did they do it in the shadows? Did they do it with special interest groups and unions? No. They took a stand because they believed in something. They believed in freedom. They believed in you, and they believed in me. They believed in the freedom to assemble, to say whatever you want, freedom to practice any religion you wish without fear of the government. And they did it all without using indoctrination. Why? Because the truth these radicals understood was self-evident. They did it by speaking with something that Thomas Paine said was common sense. They'd be proud of the Tea Party movement. But, you know, they did the first Tea Party movement. Of course, they did it knowing that there would probably be a need for another one, but they hoped that there wouldn't be. In their wisdom, the new freedom would eventually come under attack. They knew it. It was a grand experiment. They didn't think it would even last 25 years. Well, they were wrong on that. But now we come to a crossroads. It is under attack by revolutionaries of a different kind. Still revolutionaries, still radicals. And only one is going to be right in the end. This group of radicals or this group of radicals. Well, these guys far outnumber the last guys. Make no mistake, these revolutionaries are trying to overthrow the system that most Americans hold dear. They will tell you that I'm lying, that I'm whatever. Do your own homework. Listen to their own words on tape. They cannot deny what they have said. They've said it on tape. We play it. These are just the most recent people that we have on tape, expressing their disdain for the free market, expressing their love for Mao and Chavez and the redistribution of wealth. It's un-American. So you need to choose sides. Because it can't, this doesn't work, guys. This doesn't work. America's trying to live right here. You can't. It's either this side or this side. And you cannot remain neutral. Because if you remain neutral, it's going to be locked in place by whichever side has more desire. You either believe in the free market and its principles set up by the founding fathers, or you don't. You either think the reason this country is great is because of the freedoms the founders based America on. They based it on the individual. Or you think America is just mean, unfair country that needs to be transformed. Its better days are in the past. We have lost our way. But it is not because of the free market. It is because of special interests and politicians in Washington being so unbelievably corrupt and completely out of touch with you. Sean Penn might want to get his health care Castro style, but the rest of us don't. I don't know why anyone would side with those who love Mao, who love Che, don't know or don't want to even look that he was a killer. I don't know why anyone would side with socialist Marxist radicals, considering that socialism and communism has never, ever, ever, ever worked. Oh, but it has a lot of supporters. And unfortunately, many of them are in or near the White House right now. And these guys are all dead. And far too many of us even look at their words anymore. We don't even know why they believed in these things. I'm going to give you a choice. When we come back, I'm going to compare what the founders said, those old revolutionaries, compared to what the new revolutionaries want. And in the end, you'll see why that phone remains silent. Back in a minute.